Joined now by Jacob Gilhaus of the Jamestown Jammers. First, welcome to the Jammers for
Thank
the
you.
17 summer season. Good to see you. You're from Bloomington. You're at Kalamazoo,
And
where you're a freshman. And what all have you been doing at Kalamazoo? Working out of the pen,
um,
starting?
this year I came out and we have quite a few freshman pitchers this year, but I was the number three starter this year. So and we play four conference games every week. Play doubleheader, usually Saturday and then Sunday. Sometimes it's Friday, Saturday, depending on religious affiliations and things like that for the schools. But so I usually started that first game on the second day
Okay.
in conference.
All right. How did it go for you this year? Was your coach happy with you, the way things progressed?
Yeah, I think coach was happy with me, with how I did. I had a couple starts that didn't go the way I wanted. The beginning of my first couple of college appearances weren't ideal, but I think I bounced back and worked through that. So
Okay. Well, that's important, and it's sticking with it, and you haven't got to where you are by not sticking with it,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
trying to improve every time. Uh, what do you think so far? You've been with the Jammers. We're about a week into the season. It really seems to me. I noticed on the bus that you guys are pretty well bonded as a team. And it didn't take very long.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I got here actually a couple days kind of behind everybody because our school is on the trimester system.
Okay.
So I came in, I already noticed that the guys were getting along really well. I walked it to the pen that first night and noticed that they were all, playing games and getting along really well. So there wasn't a whole lot of time where we were getting acquainted. It was pretty easy going, and especially with winning early, it helps
Yeah.
us for sure.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting along really well.
Yeah. What goals do you have set for yourself here over the course of the summer, and maybe even what your coach at Kalamazoo is expecting from you?
Mhm. My goal here is to, I mean, hopefully get as many innings as I can against some competition that maybe I wouldn't see at the Division III level where
Hmm.
Kalamazoo is. There's definitely some bigger names here than there would be there. So just competing against that kind of competition, getting innings, working on my secondary stuff, tightening things up, and just tying up loose ends.
Talk about your pitching repertoire. What all do you have? Total number of pitches? Four or five?
I only throw three: a
Okay.
fastball, curveball, and a changeup. I threw a lot of curveballs this year. My fastball isn't necessarily overpowering, but I'm usually pretty accurate with hitting corners and stuff like that. And then curveball, I can get over for strikes. That's one of the pitches I need to work on tightening it up for a strikeout pitch. My changeup's probably my best pitch if I can get it consistently down in the zone. It really fades away on especially lefty hitters, but I throw it to both righties and lefties.
That's one of the things that I was just talking with Isaac Meza, and it's one of those things where it doesn't matter really how fast you throw. Some of the best pitchers in the majors I've seen throw like top out 88, 89. It's
Mhm.
that difference in speed between that and your changeup
Yep.
that makes you such an effective pitcher. If you can get 10, 12 miles an hour between those two and have that motion that the batter has no idea what's coming.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. Isaac probably throws 5 miles an hour harder than I do at least on his fastball, but that's something that I really work on is I have a good speed differential in my changeup and my fastball. So being able to utilize both of those pitches keeps guys off of my fastball, even when sometimes it might be a little more hittable than a 90 whatever
Sure,
is.
yeah, absolutely. I have noticed your curveball does have a great amount of movement on it, the games that you've been in, and it's always impressive. In the years gone by, they would refer to that when you throw a curve that starts out and then just drops down. They used to call it a drop, and now it's just a curve.
Yeah.
But I know you can throw that 12-6 kind of curveball.
Yep, that's I've always been working on the 12-6, trying not to get my arm underneath it so where it flattens out
Yeah,
and I can get on a good plane because that's when it gets tough to hit, is when it gets that good drop. Um, so I can throw it to both lefties and righties.
yeah, no doubt. Talk about your going back into your youth baseball days when you started through high school and on to college then.
Absolutely. I play baseball for probably since I've been 4 years old or
Wow.
so. I've played for a long time. Um, It's always been my favorite sport. I always played baseball, basketball, some football, a little bit of soccer, and a long time ago, mostly baseball for me. I played on a summer team, the same core of guys.
Hmm.
First time I played summer travel ball was my 9-year-old summer, and I played with that same core all the way up through 18U pretty much.
Wow.
There was a couple guys left, a couple guys came every year, but with our town, we have 5 main high schools, and the some of the best players from each high school were on that team every year, including myself and a couple other guys who were playing Division One. So
That's cool. That's cool. Always a pitcher?
I actually hit all the way through high school, played first base and third base. I did not hit this year for Kalamazoo, but I'm going to try to hit next year. Maybe play a little bit of third. We'll see how that goes. Adjusting having not hit for a year, but
Yeah. Okay. One last thing. Talk about. I know it's so important, and I know the parents are such an integral part of your process as you go through as a student athlete. Talk about your folks.
oh yeah, they've been incredibly supportive of me. They let me make my own decision going down to picking a college, all that kind of stuff. They always wanted to put me in the best situation I can, always helping me get like training, being able to work out with some of the best people in the area so I can work on improving if that's what I want to do. So they've always been incredibly supportive and very helpful.
All right. For those of you who are watching, Jacob Gilhaus has given me permission to call him Jake. So if you hear me do that in the broadcast, you'll know it's approved by the man himself.
Absolutely.
Jake, thank you.
No problem. Thank you.